All right, guys. So we talked about in the little YouTube there and the little Instagram post the top 5 things in your vision board. Now I'm going to delve a little deeper into each of those, but the vision board is absolutely crucial, guys. I remember, I was being mentored by this UCLA resident, ER resident, and the first thing she asked me to do was to create this vision board. And I asked her, like, what things do I put on this vision board? And she told me the exact same things that I told you guys on that Instagram post. Things like your dream job, your dream school, your dream lifestyle, your inspirational quotes, things that inspire you to do better things. And I remember, it was a really kind of shady vision board that I started off with, and I have actually created 3 or 4 vision boards throughout the years. But in any case, I started with this vision board, and it had, I'll never forget it, because I had the Keck School of Medicine, I had UCLA. I know I wanted to pursue medicine, but I had UCLA, I had Keck School of Medicine, I had UC Davis, I had Yale, I had Duke, and at the top I had the University of Kentucky. Now, I didn't want to go to Kentucky, but the resident that was mentoring me had gone to Kentucky, and it was the first interaction I had ever had with a resident or a med student, and so I respected that, and I put her like at the top. Now, in the middle, I had starting with my why, right? So I had my family. I had a cross because I'm a cradle Catholic. I had all these things that were why I was doing what I was doing. And I had some materialistic things. I was really young. I think I was 22, but I had a nice car and a nice house and a beautiful pool and some nice shoes and a soccer field. And all jokes aside, I remember making this vision board, and I could not sleep because I would wake up and I'd put the vision board right next to my bed, and I would wake up and I'd sit there at the edge of my bed looking at this vision board thinking, this is going to be absolutely incredible once I achieve these dreams. Right now, I had no clue. I had no accomplishments under my belt. The first thing I did was this vision board. I had no clue how I was going to make it to UCLA or USC or Duke. I figured if I had gone to medical school or if I had pursued medicine and I had gone in that direction, whether I had gone to UCLA or USC or not, this vision board was going to get me there. Now, for those who don't know, I was fortunate enough to eventually achieve one of those schools in the Keck School of Medicine of USC, and I was fortunate enough to get a full-ride scholarship to that school. Now, it's amazing how some things happen. No, never in a million years did I ever think I would get into somewhere like UCLA or USC, let alone earn a full-ride scholarship. So I started with my vision board, and so I'm going to go from the top down, guys. Starting with your why is absolutely pivotal. I mean, I mentor students all the time, and the first question I ask when I see students is, why do you want to pursue medicine? Most of the time it's with medicine, but it's also other things, marketing, business, or whatever. I usually start with why, because if they aren't convincing in their why, chances are we won't have another follow-up. Whether they, most of the time it's on their end, they're not driven enough to continue a quality mentorship. But mainly, if you don't have the why, if you don't have the drive, the true purpose, the underlying purpose to do what you are setting out to do, and it's a goal that either your family or somebody else has made for you, chances are it's not gonna materialize. So we start with our why. So we put that right in the middle of our vision board. And maybe I'll put some pictures of some of the vision boards that I've made, so you guys can get a feel for those things. But number one was start with your why. I already talked about starting with your dream school. Oddly enough, I had USC, UCLA, Duke, George Washington, and Yale, right? And I was fortunate enough to be approached by UCLA to be offered, informal scholarship through UCLA's medical school. I was offered a full ride scholarship to USC. I got an interview to the top PA program at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. You know, I was going to apply to Yale before I had accepted my acceptance into USC. But in any case, all those kind of materialized, and it started with the vision board, right? 4 was the 3 was the dream job. Now, your dream job, as I mentioned in the Instagram post, could be multiple things. You know, like I actually decided against going to medical school and going to PA school because I could have a broad range of things that I wanted to do, and I knew that I wasn't only going to stick with seeing patients. And it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, you know, what I'm doing now, because having that ability to do multiple specialties and to be able to be a PA and have that flexibility is allowing me now to give back my knowledge to you students watching this. So, you know, dream job, you can have multiple. For me, it's entrepreneurship, medicine, public health, community health, and I'm sure it'll be ever expanding. 4 is your dream lifestyle. I kind of you know, jokingly said, you know, when I first started this was, you know, I threw, you know, the BMW and the nice mansion house and with the pool and all that. But the only thing I will say is I've always wanted an M4, and I will get one. But aside from that, I think there are so many other things that I think in life, as you grow, that some things become less important and other things become much more important. For example, for me, you know, when I made that vision board, I didn't have a child, and now I have my daughter. And so I think, you know, above anything else, I'd want to be the best father before medicine, before entrepreneurship, before BrainBox, before being a CEO, before making these videos, before seeing my patients. I want to be the best father I could possibly be. So I would have that on there. In fact, in my vision board, I made a board specifically for CC, for my daughter. You should check it out. I think it's on my Instagram. But anyway, that's your dream lifestyle. What is it that you want to do? Are you a family man? Are you want to live that extravagant lifestyle and be traveling? And it's fine. Put it there because it's going to drive you to accomplish your goal and achieve your dreams. Now, 5 is inspirational quotes. Now, I can't get enough of this. People think I'm freaking crazy because every single morning, if you were to follow my day-to-day, I am listening to motivational videos. Doesn't matter who it's from. It does matter who it's from. I will say, you know, I usually listen to Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, T.D. Jakes, Eric Thomas, but I started getting on like random people like Steve Harvey and Matthew McConaughey. I mean, Matthew McConaughey has an incredible commencement speech at the University of Houston, which is absolutely incredible. I was on that one for like weeks on end. But in those talks, all of those talks, they have different inspirational quotes. Now, I have inspirational quotes in my bathroom. You know, when I'm getting ready for the day, I have some on my fridge. You know, next to my daughter's, you know, crafts, and I sure as hell have them on my vision board. You know, whether that's, you know, inspirational or spiritual or, you know, related to something that my father told me. These things I think go above and beyond because they're related to you. Now, I always tell all my students that I recommend motivational videos to and different quotes and books and things like that, because there are some motivational videos that totally speak to me and would never speak to my brother, or totally speak to my brother and would never speak to me. Now, that's basically usually, more often than not, I would say, curtailing or based upon your life circumstances in those particular times, right? I mean, some of those motivational videos speak to relationships and, you know, work-life balance and those kinds of things. So based on what's happening in your life, one may speak to you more than another reasonably. But I challenge you to pick out these quotes that mean the most to you and put them on your vision board, put them around your house, because those things, regardless of what people say, try it for yourself. You know, you have literally nothing to lose, nothing. if you do that, I promise you, you will have an inkling to change, to follow those inspirational quotes. I have a quote that I'll never take down and that I have in multiple areas. And it says, "You find yourself when you lose yourself in the service to others," by Gandhi. And I think about that when I'm like feeling tired, or when I'm feeling like this is just too much. But I'm really finding myself because I give back to students, whether it's I'm telling students to meet me at like 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. or 5 a.m. at Starbucks when I have class and work and that same day. It's insane, but I give back because I'm really finding myself. Now that's just one particular example. There's tens and tens of quotes that I felt like have spoken to me throughout the years, but I challenge you to find them for yourself. Not only that, but starting with your why, finding your dream schools, which takes some research, guys. Do your research. Look at the mission. It's the first thing that we're gonna, we'll probably delve a little deeper in future videos for that. But your dream schools, your dream jobs, your dream lifestyle, and lastly was the inspirational quotes, guys. So I hope you got some sort of value. If you have any comments or advice, or want to hear about something, any particular aspect of your life as a student, you can comment below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video, team. Cheers.